Women's groups in Singapore finally gained a victory when Singapore Airlines finally agreed to allow flight attendants who become mothers to work on board. Singapore's Association of Women for Action and Research has opposed the practice for more than a decade. The group said it had received complaints from retired flight attendants. Amid a labor shortage, Singapore Airlines has decided to stop firing crew members who are expecting babies. Prior to the new policy, flight attendant parents were automatically put on leave with no pay when they became expecting. After the baby was born, the flight attendants were told to stop working. Attendants who had a baby, who were planning to resume work when the baby was born, would have to reapply, but they got no guarantee to get the job. Singapore has no anti-discrimination laws, so half a century ago this policy was legal in Singapore. Singapore Airlines is one of the last airlines in the region to make a move despite campaigns by women's rights groups against unfair and discriminatory rules. The new policy change means that pregnant flight attendants will be given 16 weeks of unpaid leave before being automatically placed on the next flight list. In addition, pregnant employees can now apply for temporary ground jobs, including managing and processing customer feedback. The company issued the policy around June to July but has kept it secret until recently. A spokesperson told the media that since the policy change, the company has been able to find paid work for all pregnant flight attendants. Singapore Airlines has not specified the reason for the change, but it might be because airlines around the world are suffering from staffing shortages following mass layoffs during the pandemic. In addition to it, the airline is so committed to its Singapore girl image, made famous by the form-fitting sarongs worn by its flight attendants, that it has some of the strictest grooming standards in the industry. The standards it seeks to uphold have raised concerns that new mothers are now being accused of being overweight. In 2021, Singapore Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong said the city plans to enact workplace discrimination policies into law. He added that courts would be created to combat discrimination based on sex, national origin, age of race, religion, and disability. Besides that, no other major airline is asking pregnant flight attendants to resign. Ground duty is provided for pregnant British Airways, Qatar Airways, and Qantas crew members. Meanwhile, crew members of Cathay Pacific, Hong Kong's national carrier, have the option of receiving paid ground service or taking unpaid leave until their statutory maternity leave begins. Pregnant women in the workplace are sometimes hesitant to accept any job that may lead to prolonged exposure to certain chemicals or hazardous materials. They have the right to be protected from harm during their pregnancy, so it is important that employers do everything they can to protect their health and well-being. However, the employer, which in this case is an airline company, should have no problem allowing pregnant women to work if they are in the proper position and position their pregnant employees accordingly. By this way, women's jobs can be performed in a way that doesn't cause harm to their pregnancy. But them still have the ability to keep their jobs, and the company can still remain in business. What do you think about it? Let us know your opinions below. Don't forget to leave thumbs up and subscribe to our channel to get notified when we upload new videos. Thanks for watching.